أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان الرجيم من حمسه ونفخه ونفثه. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين، والصلاة والسلام على أشرف المرسلين، سيدنا وحبيبنا ومولانا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي. بجاه سنقرئك فلا تنسى إلا ما شاء الله، إنه يعلم الجهر وما يخفى. يا معلم آدم علمنا، ويا مفهم سليمان فهمنا. يا معلم آدم علمنا، ويا مفهم سليمان فهمنا. يا معلم آدم علمنا، ويا مفهم سليمان فهمنا. بكرامة وعلمك ما لم تكن تعلم، وكان فضل الله عليك عظيما. اللهم إنا نسألك أن تفتح علينا فتوح العارفين بحكمتك، وتنشر علينا وقايتك العظمى ونعمتك الكبرى ورحمتك الواسعة، وتعلمنا ما جهلنا، وتفهمنا ما درسنا ودرسنا، وتذكرنا ما نسينا أو نسينا، وتنفعنا بما علمتنا، وتبارك لنا في علمنا برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. بكرامة من أرسلته رحمة للعالمين، محمد ابن عبد الله وآله وصحبه أجمعين، آمين. وبعد. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. We give all thanks to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the Lord of the world, the, the merciful, the gracious, the owner of the day of reckoning. Unto him we seek for help, and that to him we rely. We seek his blessings and mercies in abundance upon the noble Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, his households, companions, followers, until the day of judgment. Ameen. Al-Mustami'un al-Kiram al-Afadil, fellow listeners and seekers of the truth, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. A very good evening to all of us, wherever we are. Good evening from here, and a good moment to all of you, wherever you are at this moment and whenever you access this information. We welcome ourselves once again to the 27th aphorism of the 246 aphorisms of Ibn AtaiLlahi Al-Sakandari. Today, marking the 29th of Ramadan, year 1444, after the hijrah of the noble Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam from Mecca to Yathrib, equivalent to the 20th of April, year 2023 CE. We are treating yet another short aphorism, but important, and clarification. It is in clarification of the previous aphorism and an opener for the succeeding aphorism. So yesterday we treated about bidayat wa nihayat. Okay, And today we are commemorating on that. We are fashioning that of this stanza and aphorism fashions further explains the last aphorism that we explained yesterday. Okay, the aphorism that we explained yesterday was aphorism number 26, which is min alamati nujhi fil nihayat ar-ruju'u ila Allah fil bidayat. Of the signs of success in the endings is depending and relying on Allah in the beginnings. So today we are reading Man ashraqat bidayatuhu ashraqat nihayatuhu. Man ashraqat bidayatuhu billahi ashraqat nihayatuhu fillahi. It is very simple and direct. Man ashraqat bidayatuhu ashraqat nihayatuhu. That is the aphorism. We can read it reversely. Ashraqat nihayatuhu man ashraqat bidayatuhu. Okay. We can also read it inwardly. We can say ashraqat bidayatuhu man ashraqat nihayatuhu. So these three ways we can read. Number one, man ashraqat bidayatuhu ashraqat nihayatuhu. The second way, ashraqat nihayatuhu man ashraqat bidayatuhu. Number three, ashraqat bidayatuhu man ashraqat nihayatuhu. So it means the same thing. So there are just two words or three here that needs clarification before the translation. Number one is ashraqat. Ashraqat, that is sa'idat. Ashraqat sa'idat. Okay. Here, al-ishraq is illumination. Illumination or shining. Shining or rising. Ashraqat shams. The shams, the sun rise. The sun rise. Okay. Ashraqat shams, the sun shine. The sun shine. Okay. And so the sun illuminates. Okay, don't think the English is wrong, because I'm not using the sun as a singular name. I'm using it as a compound name. And that is the reason why you have the verb in not singular form. Okay, one would expect me to say the sun shines, the sun illuminates, the sun rises, but I'm not using the sun as a singular in its nominal, in a singular nominal form. I'm using it in a compound nominal form. So by that I say the sun rise, the sun shine, the sun illuminates. Okay, bidayatuhu, bidaya. Bidaya yani الشعور في شيء, starting and commencing something. Okay, and then nihaya, okay, that is the ending. آخر شيء. Okay, so here the word man here, it directs to al-murid. Al-murid. Okay, so by that, al-muridu alladhi ashraqat bidayatuhu ashraqat nihayatuhu. All right, We can read it in that way. In another way, we can also read it, Al-Muridu Ladhi Ashraqat Bidayatahu. Bidayata becomes Maf'ul bihi. Okay, Al-Murid Alladhi Ashraqat Bidayatahu. Okay, Al-Murid here, it is a general name. It's used as a general name. Okay, and the ta'u tanis that you have in Ashraqat is just ta'u tanis al-mazid. It should be al-muridu alladhi ashraqa bidayatahu. Okay, but we put that ta there, we maintain it there. Okay, ashraqat nihayatahu. So meaning to say the murid becomes the fa'il, al-hakiki. It becomes the active noun, okay, and subject in this in the sentence and statement. So those are the words that beg for attention. Now the translation in brief. Man ashraqat bidayatuhu, one whose beginning is illuminated. Ashraqat nihayatuhu, is ending is also illuminated. Again, man ashraqat bidayatuhu, ashraqat nihayatuhu. He whose beginning is illuminated or shined, brightened, is ending is also illuminated or shined or brightened. That is the translation literally. Now the conceptual message and meaning here is that yesterday we made mention of min alamati nujhi fil bidayat, okay, fil nihayat, الرجوع إلى الله في البدايات. Of the signs of success in the endings is the dependence and reliance on Allah in the beginnings. Now, the one who has listened to that aphorism and has put Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala first in all his beginnings and affairs, ashraqat bidayatuhu. So the beginning of his affairs will be aided and assisted and supported by Nurul Ilahi, by the divine light of God. And by that divine light of God from the beginning, guiding him through, he will be guided towards the end with the work in the same divine light of God. Okay, so the message here is, if intention is purified and sincerity of action is achieved and determined from the beginning of action, then that action and deed has been set up successfully, brightly, illuminatedly, then we should expect a bright and successful ending. Okay, but on the reverse, man qabihat bidayatuhu qad qabihat nihayatuhu. That is the reverse. Man qabihat bidayatuhu qad qabihat nihayatuhu. Anyone whose beginning is not favorable, is bad, is darkened, the ending also could be darkened. Remember, you take note of the word could in Arabic that we put could be, because we are not God. Okay? Qul innal fadla biyadillah. Bounties are in the hands of Allah. Sometimes Allah can play His bounty and make the ending of the bad beginning to be good. That is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But on the base value, man qabihat bidayatuhu, qabihat nihayatuhu. He whose beginning is darkened, the end could also be darkened. Okay, so that is the conceptual message therein. It is still signifying the purification of intention for Allah, singling out Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for everything that we want to do, making it for the purpose of the Ismi Rabbika alladhi khalaqa. Now, let's go into the explanation of Sheikh Abdul Majid Ash-Sharnobi, very short but precise. He says, Man ammara awqatahu fi hali sulukihi bi anwa'i ta'a wa mulazamati al-awrad ashraqat nihayatuhu bi ifadati al-anwar wal ma'arif hatta yadhfaru bil muradi. وأما من كان قليل الاجتهاد في البداية فإنه لا ينال مزيد الإشراك في النهاية. رحمه الله تعالى. He said, the meaning of the aphorism is that من أمر أوقاته يعني من أنفق أوقاته. Anyone who spends his time, who utilizes his time, with forms of obedience, وملازمة الأوراد, and concentration on constant supplications to God, في حال سلوكه, at the beginning of his seeking for the truth and light of God. Ashraqat nihayatuhu, is ending with the brightened and illuminated bi ifadatil anwari wal ma'arif, through the gift of the divine lights and awareness and information and knowledge of God. Hatta yazfara bil muradi, so that he would succeed with his objectives. وَأَمَّا مَنْ كَانَ قَلِيلُ الْإِجْتِهَادِ فِي الْبِدَايَةِ, but the one who is lazy of exerting effort in the beginning of his actions and seeking for the truth, فَإِنَّهُ لَا يَنَالُ مَزِيدَ الْإِشْرَاكِ فِي النِّهَايَةِ. Such a one would not achieve any increment in the illumination, in the divine illumination at the end of his journey. Very, very concise and briefly, we should carry Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala along right from inception of our journey, so that we find him accompanying us throughout and towards the ending until we succeed and finish the journey. We should not exercise laziness or give any room into indulging in irrational activities on the path of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, most especially on the path of seeking for the truth, in order to avoid failure in the end. So this is a very, very short, brief, but concise, precise, and priceless message that the aphorism offers for today. And here is where we are going to stop for today, inshallah. I surrender myself and every one of you under the protection of the Almighty and magnificent Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, under whose protection nothing is hidden or lost or missed. Before we go, today is the 29th of Ramadan. We should wait for announcement if tomorrow is going to be 30th of Ramadan or 1st of Shawwal. Okay? But one thing is certain, if we have Taraweeh tonight, then there is going to be Ramadan tomorrow, Friday. But if there is no Taraweeh observation tonight, then tomorrow, Friday, could fall onto 1st of Shawwal, and consequently, the Eid al-Fitr tomorrow. But we need to wait for the official announcement from the authority. Okay? So with that, if tomorrow falls into Eid al-Fitr, I wish everyone Salamat Hari Raya Eid al-Fitr, meaning Eid al-Fitr al-Mubarak to every one of you. Okay, happy Eid al-Fitr celebration wherever we are. And if consequently tomorrow is maintained for the 30th of Ramadan, then we meet again tomorrow with another aphorism, inshallah. أستودعكم ونفسي في رعاية الله الذي لا يضيع ودائعه والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.